Hey guys, this is Kurt. This is what I like to call technical training. This is my Sentry bag. I love this bag. The tape there is supposed to represent like eye level. So as you see, all my strikes with the baton are below the shoulder line, all the major muscle groups. Not that you can't hit to the head, but that would be considered lethal force. You'd have to be able to justify it. You see that I'm also mixing up the baton with strikes. Don't think just linear, or I'm sorry, one dimension with just baton. Mix it in with kicks, and you definitely have to practice that. Kicks and punches. You can grapple with the baton. Here's me showing that you can grapple. It's a great way to suck somebody in when you're already close. If the baton's already in your hand, incorporate it into the takedown. And again, I'm thinking technical. The bag is more of an aerobic bag. It's great for technical training. So it's not super heavy on the top. Its weight is all in the bottom. So it looks like maybe I'm hitting it hard, but I'm not really. That was a little high. Do as I say, not as I do. Generally speaking, control tactics don't kick above the diaphragm. Here I'm going to be practicing some clinch or plum work. Probably sloppy if a Muay Thai stylist was watching it, but here I'm switching the knee up. Another thing I like to emphasize in control tactics. A lot of cops train, they'll clinch and they just start throwing one knee. You see that a lot in like real basic Krav classes. I like more of the Muay Thai approach where they switch the knees back and forth. It keeps them guessing. By the time they figure out where one knee is coming from, you're hitting them with the other. So you're spreading the love with both knees. Kicking and punching for control tactics is, I believe, range appropriate. You're using it to keep them off of you, to keep them out of range of their strikes. In other words, like a stop hit, or to strike them and push off and then go to your police belt for your baton or your taser or your pepper spray, or if necessary, your firearm. Or here, what I was just doing is using the strikes to get in for a clinch. You can be offensive to clinch or defensive. Striking your way in is offensive. Defensive would be an aggressive opponent who's swinging on you, maybe swinging for the hills with the haymaker, and you're having to intercept with a clinch. So as you also see with my control tactics, I like to keep the clinches super simple. These aren't technical judo throws. I like to do the body clinch for a body fold takedown. I like the leg trips, or the outside leg throw, or the inside leg trip, or something of that nature. I'm a fan of the blast double, even a single leg, but I don't like going to my knees with the takedowns. That's hard on your knees on the street. I've already got bad knees. Don't need to hurt them more. And again, as you see, I'm just being technical. I'm not going super fast. I'm emphasizing entering the clinch intelligently with my arms up, actually clashing with my arms and my elbows, as opposed to just diving in. Diving in is a good recipe for getting punched on the way in and getting knocked out. You want to cut down those chances as much as possible. And as you see, I'm working on, here I am saying I like the inside of the thigh as much as the outside of the thigh. The common peroneal being the outside. I also emphasize kicking the shin. I'm a big fan. I'm not the shin, but the calf. See, I'm saying, hey, I like to hit in the thighs and I like to hit in the calves. The calf strike could almost be turned into a sweep, and in fact it can be a sweep. That's a good oblique kick right there. Oblique kick is one of my favorite kicks. But again, it keeps them off of you. You're either punching or kicking your way into the clinch, or punching or kicking them to keep them off of you to get to your back belt to create range and distance. Here I am demonstrating more linear strikes. I'm a big fan of the palm strike. Again, I was saying in my previous video, the palm strike is safe to hit to the head with. You can definitely hit with your fist in a street fight or a combat situation. It's just more higher risk of breaking your knuckles. So you got to be more sniper-like hitting with your knuckles. The body, I like hitting to the diaphragm, the abdominal region. I'm a big fan of the liver kick or the liver punch. You can end a fight with a good liver strike, and that would be the right side of their body. Let's see if I can pick one out here. I'm just doing more oblique. Notice I emphasize Here I am shooting in for like a flinch response, clinch type situation, striking, turning the forearm into a strike, and then I'm pretending to do an overhook. Now I'm going to pretend to do an underhook, and then I can shift to the side, clinch that way. But I'm waiting to see if I hit to the liver again to emphasize how important that strike is. I'm a big fan of, like, in this case, I'm in a left lead. I would be kicking to the liver to their right or doing a hook punch, but I'm mostly in favor of the kick to the liver because of my Hapkido background. I like the kick to the liver. But again, as you see, it's all technical. I'm not going crazy on the bag. I'm thinking about precision. The reason I'm sticking, there's a good liver kick right there. There's another one. Guys, you sneak that up on an angle right up into the liver, and you'll take them right out of the fight real quick. That would be a low thigh kick. Keeping it real technical, not going crazy. And I was kind of emphasizing a bit with like keeping the leg extended out just to emphasize, okay, yeah, I'm hitting where I want to hit. And again, I'm thinking technical. Like, to see how I'm being slow and methodical with some of these kicks. It doesn't all have to be full power, full speed. In fact, you should break it up, especially as you get older and have bad joints like I do. I don't go wailing on the heavy bag anymore. I get, like, sometimes you see me with a brace on my elbow. That's because I get tennis elbow from hitting the bag too hard sometimes. Just about ready to wrap this up, guys. If you have any questions or comments or ideas, let me know. This is great COVID training where you aren't able to get to your gym yet. If you have access to any of these bags or you're thinking of purchasing a bag, I recommend both of them, the Century bag and the Bob. You can't go wrong with either bag. They're both a little different. The Century, you can see, is pretty versatile. It's kind of like the jack of all trades, master of none. You can even practice some ground and pound with it. So you get, a lot out of that bag. All right, guys, you take care. If you have any questions, email me requests, and I'll be getting some drills in with an opponent, so you can see some of this stuff in a drill with a live opponent. And as you can see, I got my mascot there, my dog. All right, guys, you take care. Bye.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.